Welcome back to HiTech Farmer. I don't know how we've put up with it for so long, but today we're making a much needed upgrade. So this shed right here is 200 foot long. There's a wall in between. Let me show you what we're changing. Kick the lights on, and look how little of light they actually shine here in the shed. In this building, we do have skylights, so that are these clear pieces of tin, essentially that'll let in natural light from the sun. So there is always a little bit of natural light here inside this shed, but with just 8 200-watt little incandescent bulbs in here, there's not a lot of light. Before we get started, these lights are 15 feet off of this wall. The lights over there are 15 feet off of that north wall. So that means there's 30 feet, since this is a 60-foot wide building here in the middle, where there is gonna be no lights right down in the middle, and I'm a little bit worried about that, so we'll have to see how it comes out at the end. If there's not enough lights, I might end up running a new wire, putting in some new boxes and lights. The lights we're gonna be installing over there in that shed today, they're actually sitting right here on the truck. I got these opened up yesterday. These are 22,500 lumens. These lights already have the plug installed for them. I have the link down below in the description. I'd strongly encourage you to check them out because I think they're gonna make a big difference. They're a little bit different than these lights I installed in the shop. These are like 35,000 if I remember right. Those are incredibly bright, would be too bright over in that other shed. But these are, for any farm building, these are exactly what a person would be looking for. Since that sidewall in that shed is 16 feet high, we don't have a ladder that's really tall enough and safe enough to go that high. So to raise me up, Grandpa's on his way. Unfortunately, the plugs already aren't installed over there, so we're gonna have to end up installing some new electrical boxes and plugs to make this work. Morning, buddy. Must be this one. No. This one? No. This one? Oh, they're all the same. Never mind, I was wrong. They're all run off one. So all the lights will be off now till we're done. This is the old porcelain holder and the little round box. Since we're gonna be putting a plug on it, we need a square box. So we're gonna take this off, get this installed up there, see where we're at. I'm always just a little bit hesitant the first time I gotta touch the wires together, or at least touch the wires to get them off, because I know I have the power off, but I always fear that I'm gonna get electrocuted for some reason. Got the light and the hookup. One thing I really like about these lights, they got this little set screw in here that I'm tightening up. That way, the wind blows inside this shed, there's no chance this light's coming down, because this is gonna prevent this hook from coming off this eyelet I just put up. So now, plug it in and should be good. Oh, do I gotta run jumper cables now? Or like those, we gotta strip wire?
I don't know, you may have to.
Should I go get some? What, this is what gauge? 14 or 12?
That's 12 wire up there.
Okay, I'll go get some. Then we're gonna need wire nuts too.
Probably.
All right, I'll get some. What we were talking about there is that first light that we installed, that's the end of the run. So we didn't need to have a little jumper cable inside the box to go from one light to the next. But now since we're starting on some additional lights, which are feeding more lights, we need to get some more wire. That way we can pigtail back off of that. It's dark in here.
Yeah, I thought we changed the lights in here.
No, we didn't change the lights in this shed. Is that the right gauge, or do we need something?
Yeah, it's yellow. Yellow is 12.
I thought we needed 14. Oh yeah, 12. The smaller the number, the bigger the wire.
What?
This is 14. This is the wire that's smaller.
Yeah, I'd use 14. It's easier to work with.
We'll just use that. Here's the wire nuts we're gonna need. Plenty of options in there.
We'll pull.
This?
No, just one. Just one. Just one.
This is stiff wire.
Yeah, pull.
Holy. This isn't what I thought it was gonna look like on the inside, but it's a good thing because they just had these two wires strapped down here. They already have the nuts and the wires hooked up, so I'm not gonna need to do any of that other jumper wires that I was thinking I was gonna have to do. Just gonna end up taking this box off, and then these will get hooked up to our new receptacle down there. Somebody texted you. Somebody texted you. Somebody texted you.
Someone texted me?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I could hear it. It buzzed. There's light number 2. I just like how small and low profile this light is. Back down we go. Move over to light number 3. Yep. Well, we got 3 lights up. How do you think it's going?
What's that?
How do you think it's going? Slow. It takes a while. Switch around that box from this old receptacle to that new one. It takes a good 15-20 minutes. But we got 5 to go. We'll get her done.
So I just got light number 5 installed, and Grandpa and I have been checking them all every time, but I have to be really quiet this time because if I show you down here on the forklift, Grandpa fell asleep. We went in for lunch, came back out, he fell asleep down there on the forklift. I have no other way where I'm standing to get back down really, so I'm just gonna wait a little bit, see if he wakes back up. I'll give him 10 minutes. All right, update. I've been waiting now, good 5 minutes. Sounds like he just woke up.
Did you wake up?
Yeah.
All right, he woke up. Turn it on. Okay. Works. What was going on the forklift over there?
The what?
You fell asleep. Yeah, you fell asleep. I've been waiting up here for 10 minutes. There's no internet, no nothing. I was bored as heck. You fell asleep. All right, let me tie this down. So you fell asleep down here?
Oh, you're sitting there waiting.
Oh, it's so funny. I mean, it's definitely brighter. I'm still thinking I wish I would have added extra lights farther closer to that wall there just to get a little more light in the back wall, but I don't know. We won't know for sure until I close the door because we're letting a lot of sunlight in right now. What does Grandpa think?
Shut them off. What do I think?
Yeah.
You got all kinds of light.
This guy in his sheds, he's got one light bulb. Literally, it looks like this. He has a light bulb that he moves from shed to shed to shine light. Yeah, you do. A light bulb costs $5. This is no joke. For Christmas, I got him 2 light bulbs. That's actually true.
No.
That is true. Yes. I bought him 2 LED light bulbs, so that way in the one shed, he could just screw those in and not have to change bulb to bulb. I felt bad for him, but I'll include some before and after shots here in a bit, but I also, with this 120-foot other building that was built in the 80s by my grandpa, my other grandpa, this also has old style lighting, so I want to go in there. Eventually I want to get it switched to LED. I don't know if it's going to be today. It's already about 4 o'clock, but let's go take a look. So in this shed, there's a total of 12 that we would need to change out. These are 300-watt bulbs, so these bulbs emit double the amount, or using double the amount of power compared to those LEDs. So significant energy savings when I do get this shed switched over. Get the power shut off inside here. I think it's this one. Nope, it's this one. There we go. Now Grandpa will raise me up, we'll get started. Obviously, I would like to get out all the equipment outside of here, but the day's gonna get expired before I can do that. So we'll just get a couple up front where we don't have to move any equipment out. If we get another super nice winter day like we had today, we'll move some stuff out. That way we can change all the bulbs and just finish the project. But for today's purposes, we'll just see how many we can get done here in the front that we can reach with the forklift. These lights are the original lights from when this shed was built in '81. So, you know, these lights have been up here a long time. They've served their purpose for the last 44 years. It's time for a change. That's good. These boxes even just look a lot older compared to the blue ones we took down. Now it's time to put the new box on. The reason we're putting these new boxes on is because these old boxes, they would work perfectly fine. They just don't make any simple steel cover. That way when I put the plug-in on here, that it makes a nice, clean, enclosed environment. So unfortunately, got to take all these boxes off, which is 3/4 of the work, it seems like. Shut the door of this big machine shed. You coming in or you go staying out? That way we can close off the sun to see how much of a difference it made in here with just the two. Oh yeah, she's brighter in here.
It'll be quite a bit brighter in here when you get them all in here.
Yeah. Grandpa just left the farm. Big thanks to him for helping me today, but now it's time to see some before and after shots inside this shed that we first started with. So let's head on inside. But first, what an absolutely beautiful day. It was 55 degrees here at the farm at the end of January. Still no snow. I mean, I don't know what this means for the upcoming growing season, but I'm loving the winter so far. Moment of truth. Oh, much, much brighter. My first thoughts, now that there isn't as much sun coming in from the skylights, I still think I want extra lights in the back of the shed here. I don't know. I don't use the shed all that often, especially not in the way back, so it might just be waste electricity, but I gotta decide on if I want to add any more in the back. As for putting a set of lights down the middle here, just to get more light shining in the middle, I don't know. I feel like I feel the urge to want to put more, but I don't know if it's actually needed or justified for the cost. So I'm gonna decide in another year, see how much I still feel like I need to use a flashlight in here before I go ahead and run another wire, put in another breaker, and put another 4 lights down the middle. But as for overall, I made this shed, I believe, 9 times brighter in terms of lumens. Here's some before and after shots. You can see a lot brighter on the concrete, a lot brighter up in the rafters. Just gonna make it a lot better workspace when we're writing down things, working on tinkering with different pieces of machinery inside this building from now on. One thing I really like about this brand of lights that I installed, which again, link down below in the description, is I had 4 of them that were missing a hook up top, and they say they have a 5-year warranty. I reached out to the company and I said, hey, I'm missing 4 hooks. Sent them a picture. Well, rather than sending me 4 hooks to go on top of the light, they sent me 4 new lights. So now, if I ever have any issues with these lights, I already have 4 backups sitting over in the shop that I can replace these lights with because I'm gonna have enough hooks now to go around. The last thing I would tell you that I really like about these lights is these lights are DLC certified. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I do know one thing. It does make me eligible for a rebate from my energy provider because I'm using less electricity. I mean, in this side of the building alone, I'm going to be using 50% of the electricity that I was using before moving forward, which is a big cost savings. So the energy provider offers a rebate, which I'm going to start going through, filling out with all my costs. They will cost share up to 50% of my costs. So that is one nice thing about these lights, having that certification to meet my energy provider's requirements. But before I can submit my costs, I need to know what my actual costs are, and we still have a couple lights we need to put up in that second building. Also need to figure out how much I'm going to be paying Grandpa for helping me, which, yeah, he just does it because he's a nice person and because honestly I need the help because he knows a lot more about the electrical things than I do, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you guys watching. And with that, that's all I got for today's video of HiTech Farmer. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see ya in the next one.